going on, guys? It's the villain, back with another tutorial. I've been playing the Create mod a bunch on stream, link down in the description if you're interested. It's been a lot of fun surviving on there. Although, at first it was kind of hard because there's not many updated tutorials, and the tutorials I found were quite long. So I wanted to make a quick video showing you which things you will want to craft when you get started with the Create mod. I'm making this video to show you what you can do, but how you decide to make your world is entirely up to you. This video is going to start by around the point where you have a house and some iron. By the end of this, we will be at brass tier, and then we'll be able to craft most of the content the mod adds. Firstly, it's a good idea to get yourself some iron and andesite. Those are the two most important ingredients in the crafting recipes for everything you're about to see. Now, if you're mining, focus on iron. You will need a lot, but I would start with at least 16 to 32. In 1.18, you'll find the most iron in veins that are common in the first 32 levels of Deep Slate. I'd also recommend picking up copper here and there. In 1.18, it is very common, so don't worry too much about this. Zinc is a little more rare, so it's worth picking up if you have an iron pickaxe. Okay, so now we are in our house. I've built this log cabin. Take your iron and make a mechanical press. This first machine will allow you to press metal ingots into sheets. I'm going to take this one and use the hand crank to power the press, making a sheet. These sheets are pretty important, but there's no need to automate this right away. A hand crank will do for now. So, why do you need iron sheets? Well, that's to make a mechanical saw. If you bring a hand crank, you can chop down an entire tree. Press shift to ensure the saw is facing towards the tree and place the saw at the base of it. Now, put the crank on and rotate the saw until the tree has fallen. This should give you plenty of wood and help clear land. Next, we will focus on 3 separate machines you will build before you get to diamond. Keep in mind, you don't have to make any of these in any order or at all really. They are just 3 early game machines to help you start out with the Create mod. First is the basic mixing station. We have a basin for the ingredients and the mixer, which requires rotation. This can be used for any shapeless recipe, but also to make dough for bread from flour. You get 1 flour for each piece of wheat you put in a millstone like this one. Then, if you mix a bucket of water with this flour, it turns into dough. Cook that and it turns into bread. This is a much more efficient way of making bread than in vanilla, and can help you out a lot in early game. I'd also like to mention that if you have copper, you can add a tank and pump to this build to help make filling the basin with water easier. This is what I would recommend making first. This is a better version of a Minecraft furnace. If you take items like this 64 raw iron and place it on this depot, it will smelt that item. If the item is not smeltable, it will destroy the item. Under this glass, you can see a water wheel, which can now be placed horizontally in the newest update. This makes things even easier with what I think is the easiest power source to use. This is powering an encased fan, which will blow through the lava, smelting anything in the stream of air that comes from the fan. The depot holds items so they don't respawn, and will allow heat from below to smelt items on its surface. On our final pre-nether build, a cobblestone generator, this could also be a good first build. That's what I did on stream. Again, this can be easily powered by a water wheel or any other power source the mod adds. This is all vanilla besides the drill and of course whatever you make to power that drill. Alright, so now you've found some diamonds, made yourself a diamond pickaxe, and have gathered enough obsidian to go to the nether. Sweet. Before you go, you need an empty blaze burner. We don't have the time to go find a blaze, so I've been blessed with the power to summon them. Just right click on the blaze and it's trapped there forever. Now that you've trapped this blaze, you can use it as a heat source for mixing if you feed it fuel. I'm doing this automatically with a deployer, but you can manually feed it anything that will burn in a furnace. This is important because it allows us to make brass. To do that, we just need to put some copper and zinc into the mixer and it will do the rest. With large wheels, you can change the speed of rotation. Here I have 2 creative motors, both at 16 RPM to demonstrate a point. If you look at the left, we have a large wheel turning a small one, and on the right we have the opposite, a small wheel turning a large one. Take a look and notice how one speeds up and the other slows down. That's important to keep in mind because a mixer needs to be run at 32 RPM. Let's fly up here and see in action with our water wheel. This water wheel makes around 24 RPM if I'm correct. Using the trick from earlier, we can double that rotation, exceeding what we need and making a rather efficient mixing station. Here's the tank from earlier, but on the other side, we have a similar one filled with lava. This can be just as useful if you can afford it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this little world to help explain with these visuals. If you did, leave a like. If you have questions, leave them in the comments and subscribe if you want to see more. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Peace.